Sunday morning, Rebecca wasn't feeling too energetic. Hyla had a test that she had to drive, leave the city to go and do. Deborah and myself were just hanging around. She was showing me some videos of FORTALEZA, some like tourist videos. I showed her some from Swansea back home, and she noticed that there were pictures of people paddleboarding in Swansea Bay. And she said, "Oh, do you like this? Do you want to go?" I said, "Yeah, I prefer kayaking really, but yes, I'm up for it." And she said, "Fine, well, let's go kayaking." She took me for breakfast first. It's quite funny. She tried a couple of different places that weren't really doing breakfast food. And then she found the British place, Chips, Fish and Chipper or something like that it's called. Probably thinking I'd find it quite welcoming to go to like a British place, but I'm not about that. I prefer to go to not British places when I'm abroad. They didn't do coffee. I don't know how she pulled it off, but she just talking to me in Portuguese. And then coffee, cafe, and remonstrating with him. And I don't know where he got it from, but 5 minutes later, he turned up with some coffee. After that, we had a little walk across the promenade and honed in on some kayaks down on the beach. A little bit of rain at this point, which is quite nice and refreshing. Again, always been wary about sunburn. Didn't have any sun cream on me, had a t-shirt on. We went to one kayak shack first of all. The conversation was fruitless in the form of getting some kayaks. So I asked her, "Oh, what was up?" She said, "Oh, he wants to take a nap, so he's just off to take a nap." It just sums up a lot of the attitude around here. He's just like turning down business because he'd rather have a nap. We found a kayak shack who wasn't having a nap and secured some kayaks, some buoyancy aids, and off we went. The guy was giving us some demonstrations on the beach about how to paddle. Give us a heads up that we couldn't go further than the buoy markers. A couple of people died there recently. They'd paddled out to the shipwreck. Yeah, drowned. So obviously that's a big issue. It's playing on your mind. Deborah was giving it the big one. Yeah, I'm all over kayaking. I'm active. Love the outdoors. Love doing things. Kick-ass girl. Within about 30 seconds of getting out into the sea, she proclaimed cansado, which means tired, turned sideways to just sit with the legs over in the water, relaxing. And then about 2 minutes after that, just got fully horizontal and laid down on the kayak. The rest of the work was down to me. And then she made a joke asking if I was competitive, whether she should ask the guys paddling off to our side if they wanted a race. I naturally said, yeah, let's have it. After a bout of tiredness, decided to inform me that she gets seasick. I was feeling quite dizzy and we headed in. We were out there for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. So we got a good little paddle out of it. Once we got back to the house, Rebecca was up and about. She got me to try the fruit that we bought from the shacks on the side of the roads on the road trip the day before. Introduction to it as well.
This is a really good fruit here in Brazil called siriguela. I think it's a northwest thing. It's really, really sweet. You can do drinks with it, I think, or eat as it is. And he's trying for the first time. So
almost feel like I don't need to try it after that explanation. Do just small bites.
Yeah. You're gonna feel the
nice. Sweet. Almost a bit of a grape type texture to it. You know what I mean? Bitterness as well. Similar to a grape.
So.
Not a big fruit man, but I'm enjoying trying all these.
Let me show you how it's in the inside. This is the before after this is just the seed, and you have to chew it a little bit.
Headed off to a smoked meat place Rebecca had been telling me about. So local, off the beaten track. Really authentic. And we got there, it was busy, which is generally a good sign. Not a good sign when you're trying to get somewhere to sit for 4 of you. It's really nice. They had an open fire, a big long smoker burning away. You get just the smell as well. You could smell that really delicious smoked meat. I couldn't wait to get stuck into it. We had to compromise the tables. We wanted, there was one guy sat there on his own drinking a couple of beers. So he of course welcomed us over. I mean, 3 pretty young ladies, so he was all over it. I think he saw me at this point. I was stood over by the ordering area. Well, he hadn't, because when I sat down, the look he gave me, I was like, don't expecting this dude to turn up. So we sat down and he got right amongst it, just chatting to the girls. It's fair to say we've become quite fond of him, protective of our little gang, the girls. And not to say that people can't come and talk to us because it's our little gang, our little ring of steel, but I just got a bad impression from him, first impression, and then from the girls, the looks they were giving me as he continued to really lean into them, start touching them and talking to them. The looks they were giving me was saying the same, and then in between they were sort of whispering to me saying that he was just making inappropriate jokes and statements, which are fine now and again. It's totally fine to throw in an inappropriate joke and a bit of banter and a bit of fun. To be doing that from the off with a few people you've just met, it's probably not the best approach. So I decided to take a photo of him reading Debora's palm. This is a bit corny, isn't it? Just an excuse to touch her and read her palm and look sensitive. Anyway, he was fine. We had a chat then. Eventually I had a little chat with him through the translations. And then, yeah, the girls were saying he was just agreeing with everything. One minute he was a lawyer, and then one of the girls said something, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm into that. And then another girl said something, oh, yeah, I love that too. And I think Rebecca said to him, oh, do you like hiking and trails? He's like, yeah, I love all that. And she was like, oh, where? He's like, oh, the Parque de Coco. She's like, all right, well, which trails? They got obviously the different types of trails. Which ones? Oh, yeah, caught him out big time. Food came and we got stuck in.
So yeah. Smoked steakhouse.
Ready?
Yeah.
So we made it to Josinho's Smokehouse, correct?
Yeah.
Rebecca's been threatening to bring me here for the last week. Seeing as she slept for about 14 hours, she's starving. She's dragged us down here
Dropping my secret.
by the scruff of our necks.
My sleeping beauty.
You can tell it's obviously smoked because it took about an hour to come out, and you can smell it, but it does smell good. I'm going to give it a try now.
I don't think the sausage is smoked. I think it's just the meat. Try the meat again.
The sausage is good, smoked or not. And it's a local neighbourhood type place. Off the beaten track, away from the main tourist areas, so we're getting a bit of authentic Brazil Fortaleza, yeah?
Yeah,
He
look
stitched
at
me
his
up.
belly.
He stitched me up on
Look
the
at
first
his
one.
belly. He ate a lot.
Deborah
Yes,
took the nicest joint, left me with the not so nice one.
Nah,
I
it was
didn't
his
find out until
job.
after I'd eaten it. And he said, "Oh, try that one." But both delicious,
Yeah.
very tender, moist, and yeah, just the right amount of charred on the outside, and all that smoky flavour coming through. So yeah, it's getting 5 stars on the Wolf rating.
It was me, guys. It was me. Vai falar uma coisa?
Belly's full and ears still ringing from Casanova. We trolled off not far, just a couple of blocks down to my new favourite place, Via Alto Cafe.
It's a video.
Oh, sorry.
Come on.
It's a bit warm.
What is it?
It's
Red velvet.
Red velvety.
With powdered milk, brigadeiro. It's really good.
What do we think? What do we think of that, Deborah?
Ai, meu Deus do céu.
Coppery.
Bit of a regular here now. It's third trip here, just on the corner. Gotta say, coffee's the best that I've had since I've been out here. It's pretty good. And we're gonna try
Brigadeiro, this one here.
Brigadeiro.
And this is the coffee one. Yeah.
So Becca's been nagging me to try it since I got here.
Yeah.
Try it. This one first.
Yeah. Remove the.
Is that edible?
I think it is. I think it's hard chocolate. Yeah. Take a bite of each.
Very truffly. Nice and soft in the middle. 5 stars on the Wolf rating. I'm gonna try that one as well. Softer, that one. Feels a lot softer.
Which one do you prefer?
Equally sugary, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
say this one.
For the evening, Rayallah and Debora wanted to take me to a more exclusive beach, bit of a drive, about 45 minutes away from the city, called Taiba. And we went up to this viewpoint. There was music on, they had the little shacks there selling things. A lot of people gathered around just relaxing, ready for the sunset. We weren't going to catch because they hadn't seen the sun all day.
We made it to Taiba Beach. The girls have developed a habit of shouting at me, "Get ready, come on," from the bedroom when I'm already in the kitchen, ready to go. And of course, as soon as they then as we start to leave, they remember they've forgotten something, there's something to do and we have to go back. The reason we were in a hurry is because we wanted to catch the sunset at Taiba Beach. And we haven't seen the sun all day. You want to do, it's been cloudy, so not much of a sunset going on. But it's a very beautiful viewpoint. Blighted a little bit by those wind turbines across there. But you can't have it all. And yeah, so cracking spot was about an hour drive, was it?
From Fortaleza, but we just lost different facts.
Yes, glad we came. It's a very beautiful spot. And yeah, just going to chill out for a bit.
And it's your picture postcard travel destination view from there. Big long beach stretching and curving around slightly. Light sand, aqua blue sea, just lined up just off the beach, right up to it. You got all the grass coming up and then those big tall palm trees just swaying in the wind with their branches which look as if they've got long dreadlocks. And they're on a motorbike face plant in the wind and it's just pushing it back and blowing it. The trees sort of leaning into it but getting pushed back by that coastal breeze. Apparently this is the spot, the romantic spot, like lookout point that all the guys bring to swoon and swoo, be romantic with a girl. So if you're looking to swoo a girl in Fortaleza, Taiba Beach is the place to be. You heard it, tip from the top. Girls needed to go to the bathroom, bañeros. Luckily, Hyla had friends who lived in the area, and she said, "Oh, we'll just pop there and use the bathroom, hang out for a bit, so we don't seem like we're just walking in to use the bathroom and then leaving." We headed down there, and it was right on the beach, amazing. So it didn't look like anybody lived there though. It looked as if they just used it as a party house. It was more just a complex, no furniture. It just wasn't a home at all. So they let us in through the big gates. Felt a little bit like I was going into Pablo Escobar's ranch. Like, guy opened the gates and beady stares at us as we came in. We went in and there was a party going on. Big loudspeakers on. Myself and Debora weren't really feeling it. We did feel obliged to hang around for a bit. We just stayed in the little village area and we found some steps that went down onto like a small part of the beach. Heading back towards Fortaleza, we're quite peckish. So we stopped at a little town called Piscine. Kyla knew a little place there. There's good burgers and stuff like that. Again, full. So doing well today with restaurants with a lot of people wanting to eat there. So full that they had to set up a table for us across the road. The guy picked up a collapsible table, took it across the road and set it up there. Our own little special table across the road. Special treatment for the Diva.
So I will be well known in your channel in YouTube, being a diva. So that's amazing, unbelievable.
Well, thank you, Queen
It's
Queen
a
Hyla.
pleasure.
We have you to thank you for our exclusive spot across the road.
Yeah, look what I can do. I asked him, he makes my desire.
We bow to you, Queen Diva.
We've got into a discussion about the homeless situation. I was talking about the homeless people in Fortaleza and Brazil in general, and Hyla brought up my book, or my books, Tramp Face, 3 of them, the inside knowledge that I've got from the homeless situation in UK and France. I'm not one to shoe on in promotions or announcements about my books, but it's come up naturally. I mention it. Of course, I've got the 3 Tramp Face books, which are about living homeless in UK, the migrant camp in Calais, France, and hitchhiking around the UK as well whilst homeless. We did 2 other Tramp Face missions after those, which I still need to get my act together and turn into books. There's a lot of similarities, as you can imagine, a lot of mental health issues. Debora had quite a different slant on it. to Rayallah, who was more of the, well, we need to help them, of course, but we need to only get to a point where we can help them so much, and then if they're not willing to help themselves along with the help, how much longer can you continue doing that? Because then you're really not helping them by just giving them everything on a plate and not allowing them to take the onus on themselves a little bit as well. Give them the support, give them the help, encourage them to make that positive step. And Deborah was quite the opposite, and she was like, no, all you need is love, Lee, is what she said to me. And it is a great sentiment, and as long as you've got that in you, it's a good base to start from, but there are a lot more practical issues involved in it. And the conclusion was and is, it isn't black and white. No two homeless people are the same. No two homeless situations are the same. The sooner people and the government and everyone realises that it isn't black and white, oh, there's homeless people, we've failed, just throw money at it and we'll solve it, the better, because that isn't the answer. This was the point where I was accosted by the local.
Belfast, 1974.
So specific.
Well, it does.